Full disclosure, this drama's about a week old. Also, I was in contact with Brody Foxx, aka Yo Mama, the whole time because I made a tweet that kind of blew up, and he wanted to clear up things with me. It hasn't influenced my opinion on other things in this video, and I tried to reach to Riri Gaki for comment, and she did not respond. But she did seem to respond to other lolly-tubers making videos about the situation. So I guess that kind of shows you where her priorities lie. Yo Mama! Brody Foxx, aka Yo Mama. I'm going to alias him as Yo Mama for the entire video. He's a YouTuber that specializes in Yo Mama jokes. The channel's main appeal is its animation and the voice acting by a Patrick Warburton impersonator, which combined just creates an aesthetic for sure.
Yo Mama's so fat! Big! Chungus!
The channel isn't run by just one person. There's an animator and voice actor, and the guy who runs the channel is who I presume is also the social media manager. But speaking of Twitter, that's kind of what got Brody Foxx in quote-unquote trouble today. So, let's talk about it.
White, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Riri Gaki is a French VTuber who is a lolly. For clarification, a lolly is a young Japanese schoolgirl anime character or something along those lines. And a lolicon is an enthusiast of those characters that is confirmed to be obsessed and jorking it to those characters. So when I say lolly, I refer to the characters. When I say lolicon, which I probably won't say, I'll probably just say lolly enthusiast or something, I would mean lolicon. Animated drawn child, okay? I don't care what justifications y'all make. This is sick behavior. Who likes rats and owns rats. She posted a video about her rats the other day. Do you like rats?
I'm gonna say their name. So here is Broccoli, who is fucking dumb. Look. No brain cell. No brain, nothing. After we have here Fruby, who is one of my cutest rats too. Look, she's a Rex girl. She got curly hair.
Brody Foxx, in his epic wholesome Chungus glory, decided to call out this video with a post of his own. Yo Mama, this you? This you? Hey, look, Yo Mama, so fascist! Now, Brody's told me that he didn't include the full context of this video because he was worried about his stuff being taken down because he's been reported for his punch a Nazi tweet before. Don't worry, I'll dive into how Brody posts later. I sort of understand that, but if you're worried about being taken down, why are you even making a call out in the first place then? If you're gonna just attract more unwanted attention. Either way, here's the clip, just so you guys have an idea of what he's calling out. So that's why in full clip, I was talking about Snapchat filter and MS because my camera was mic off sync. Keep lying, Mr. Brody Foxx.
Attention, je repop. Attention tout le monde. Waouh, on n'a pas de filtre. Je suis décalé encore. Je suis décalé encore ou pas? Dites-moi que non, je vous en supplie. Je prie. Et bien du voir Pi aussi, bah merci du follow. Yo, t'es toujours décalé?
Now, I call 80% bullshit and 20% plausible deniability, because if she's claiming to be adjusting your camera, unless she's touching a dial and her camera is bolted to the screen with no, like, jostling or whatever, I don't see how she was adjusting the camera. It looks like she just put her arm in the fucking air, and that was it. And apparently she does this more often than once in her streams, just kind of hiding a salute behind, oh wow, I was just adjusting my camera, guys. I haven't dug too deep into it, but in this context, I don't really believe it. And unless she has like more of an explanation than, oh, it was just a Snapchat filter, my camera was delayed, that's why I had my arm in the air. I don't really believe it. Meow, 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 meow. Of course, just saying you were quote-unquote adjusting your camera and letting your lolly stands fight any haters to the death isn't really going to keep her credibility up. So, of course, Riri Gaki had to go ahead and make a full essay of a paragraph as to why she is innocent and tell you everything you need to know about her. And honestly, this made it 10 times worse. Like, I didn't even really have to go through the thing showing her past. And, like, this explanation already made me kind of just go, yeah, you know? Like, I'm going to look through all that stuff, and I'm going to describe it to you here as best to my knowledge. But she kind of dug her own grave here by being herself. I'm here to clarify anything about the French rat girl VTuber that I am, and why I'm really hated in France. Yes, I do some racist, Nazi, jokes all the time. I don't really care about that, if I'm being honest. Within reason, and as long as you aren't spreading actual hate, which I doubt Riri Gaki is actually taking into consideration to make sure she doesn't do, so let's move on. Yes, I let minor in my Discord 4 years ago at the start of my VTubing career because I was dumb and only 18. Good start, good secondary header. Yes, I already said some bad shit, like I want to be Himmler. No, I never groomed a minor. Yes, I got canceled a lot. What did you get canceled for? All this shit? Or is there more? No, I'm not that word, I just do bad jokes about them. No, I don't do the salute either. I was just showing my small shirt on Twitch and someone take a screenshot of me raising my arms? If that's about the same clip, you're contradicting what you said earlier. Unless there's multiple clips, which I'm pretty sure there probably is, but yeah. Yes, I did NSFW content. Yes, cheese pizza of me exists on the net because of my ex. Yes, I'm not a leftist. Yes, I was a whore who sold meat pick before I just wanted money to help my rats. Yes, I hate everyone. I don't blame Riri Gaki for any of this. Most of these were circumstances out of her control, but it does kind of go to show her exposure to the internet online and how it's affected her mental state. No, I'm not racist. I deeply respect black people despite hating everybody. I don't really believe this one, even though I don't have direct evidence. She kind of doesn't show it, so I'm going to put that in the bullshit category. No, I never touch kids. No, I never had kids sending NSFW pic of them in my Discord. That's insanely misleading. She has a Discord server of minors where she posts lewd pictures of lollies that are nude. You're full of shit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what you do, but we don't have any proof for you of doing so, but you have been posting pictures of this shit, and you've promoted playing a hentai game on your stream when you have a Discord server of minors.
Uh-oh, stinky!
Yes, I say slurs. Based? Yes, I'm a lolly show, not based. No, I never killed anyone. No, I'm not a child abuser, I hate kids. Alright, if you want to read the full tweet yourself, it's gonna be in the description. Obviously, it's not a well-worded response. It doesn't have any elaboration. But if Riri Gaki has any problems with my personification of any of this, she can just respond to my DMs. They're open. If I'm willing to talk to Rose Malay or fucking, Brody Foxx, I'm willing to talk to anybody, bro. Like, come on. I've given a fair shake to plenty, okay?
Yo daddy, yo mama, Bob the Builder.
Now, let me make it clear. Riri Gaki is an absolute freak who should be criticized and ostracized off of the internet for her behavior and what she appeals to and what she likes, etc., etc. I have no disagreement with that sentiment whatsoever. She is a freak. However, Brody Foxx, yo mama, you are no angel yourself. My criticism of Brody Foxx mainly stems down to two things that I've discovered amongst my investigations. The first thing is that his Twitter account is full of virtue signaling and trying to own a certain opposition. Now, I don't mean virtue signaling as in like a blanket term for what the conservatives would use against anything, but I really do think that part of Brody Foxx's shtick is trying to be a wholesome, epic Twitter gimmick account that just posts what people want to hear and makes people happy and just goes on with their day. He's not trying to post as if he were just the Yo Mama account on Twitter. He's trying to post like as if he's the wholesome Yo Mama guy on Twitter with no faults of his own and goes out of his way to expose everyone. Like, I get it, show your support for certain causes and all that stuff, but don't make it your brand. Especially when you have skeletons in your closet, which I will discuss. And my second criticism of Brody Foxx, which will kind of segue into my next discussion, is that he doesn't really seem to draw a line or actively make any comment on who or what his videos are for and with what content they contain. I think that should be discussed and made clear because some of his content is pretty questionable in my eyes. If it's for a younger audience, of course. This discussion is real, and I actually agree with Brody Foxx for the entirety of the conversation. And this person's Twitter account got removed for being a anime drawing enjoyer. This is actually being considered a real criticism that Brody Foxx hates lolicons, which, I mean, who the fuck shouldn't? Like, if you don't, there's a problem with you. This is a fake Discord screenshot. It's not his profile picture. This Twitter post was also doctored. This is not the way Brody types, and he told me as much, because I was confused by it as soon as it popped up, and I was like, what the hell's going on? So I'm glad he cleared that up with me. Brody Foxx never said this as far as I know, so that's another lie. I've seen this image circulate around. I don't know for certain if it's Zack James or Brock Baker, in either of these images. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know the context. I need more context. I need more context. Weird image, but I don't know what it is. Moving on. Yeah, some of the things people are throwing against Brody Foxx, Brock Baker, Zack James is that, like, he has trolls remorse, which, I mean, some of it I can agree with how much he virtue signals about shit. But, for the rest of the stuff, I really don't know. I'd have to be more informed on everything. And yes, the hecking wholesome, trans rights, Black Lives Matter, Mr. Brody Foxx, has unfortunately commissioned, or made, or helped in the creative process of making Twerking Big Chungus, Yo Mama So Chinese, and Lego BDSM. And yes, all of these are still on YouTube, and I really don't know why. If Brody actually drew a line about what his audience is and who he's trying to appeal to, and followed YouTube guidelines with what he uploads, I wouldn't really have a problem with him. I still don't. I just find some of these things pretty questionable. And somewhat hypocritical. So, that's my piece for the day. Sorry that this video's been a bit jumbled. And I'll see you around. Bye-bye.